back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. So my channel is mostly about cozy mysteries, but the more I say that, I think, it's really a lot about cozy mysteries and romance books. And then from time to time, I'm going to be throwing in some other fun videos. We'll see. And today I'm continuing my Spotlighting Cozy series. This is where we look at different cozies with different themes, subgenres within cozies, and I tell you what's out there to read. That's it. It's so much fun, and my TBR has grown so much from starting this. Let me know if yours has. Right now we're talking about British cozies. So let me know which of these you've read, which of these you've enjoyed. If there's any spotlights you want to see, all that should go in the comment below. Don't forget in the comments below to also stop, hit the subscription and the notification bell, because that's going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week. Before we jump in this list, the last thing I want to say is Miss Betty White is 99 today. Golden Girls is my all-time favorite TV show, and I just want to say once again, happy 99th birthday, Miss Betty White. I love ya. All right, let's get started. We're spotlighting cozies, looking at British cozies in 3, 2, 1, go! So we're starting with letter F today. I don't know how far we'll get, just depends on the time. So let's just go jump into it. The first series is the Rona Parish Mystery Series. It's by Anthea Fraser. The first book is called Brought to Book. It's right here. It says, Rona Parish is flattered when she's asked to write a biography of noted author Theo Harvey, a larger-than-life figure who churned out a series of lowbrow bestsellers, then suffered a severe case of writer's block that lasted for several years. When he began writing again, his books were melancholy, psychological studies that garnered him critical acclaim but disappointed his former fans. Soon after his reemergence, he died of a mysterious death at his remote mountain hideaway. Oh my gosh. All right. His widow hopes that having Rona research and write Theo's biography will shed some new light on his metamorphosis as a writer and possibly on his death. But Rona has barely begun work when she receives an anonymous threat warning her to leave the bio unwritten. Oh my gosh. All right. There are 10 books in this series. That sounds super, super interesting. It's definitely going on my TBR. Let me know if that's one that you've read and if I should bump it up. So guys, this is why we might get through this F and I through quite a bit of letters, is because we're already done with F and there were no G's. We're going straight into the H's. So the first series is the Constance Piper series. It's by Tessa Harris. The main character is Constance Piper. She is a clairvoyant flower girl in London in the late 1880s. Oh, all right. The first book is called The Sixth Victim. It'll be right here. It says London, East End, 1888. The foggy streets of London's Whitechapel district have become a nocturnal hunting ground for Jack the Ripper, and no woman is safe. Oh my gosh, this might be a little too scary for me. We'll see. Following the latest grisly discovery, Constance is contracted by a highborn lady of means who fears the victim may be her missing sister. Oh my gosh. All right. She implores Constance to use her clairvoyance to help solve the crime, which the press is calling the Whitechapel mystery, attributing the murder to Jack the Ripper. 3 books in that series. I might try it, but I know I've told you guys this. I am a scaredy cat, and I do not like gore I just feel like there's enough bad things in the world. I don't want to read it. I don't want to watch it. I don't. So yeah, it sounds so intriguing, and then it's like, okay, that's too much for me. So we'll see. I definitely might give it a shot. Let me know if you've read it, if it's just kind of alluded to, or if there's if it's not as much a traditional cozy and there's a little more gore, or even just a little more like suspense or thriller, scary stuff, because I don't want to do that either. Let me know. All right, guys. So the next series, is going to be one that I also add to my TBR because I've told you guys this before. It features a Reverend which I love cozies that involve something with members of the church. So this is the Reverend Otterard Mystery Series. It's by Suzette A. Hill. The first book is called A Load of Old Bones. It's right here. It says the main character is Reverend Francis Otterard, his cat Maurice, his dog Bouncer. Oh my gosh. And this series takes place in a small British village. It says all the Reverend Francis Otterard had ever wanted was some peace and quiet. I feel you, Francis, I feel you. Instead, he becomes entangled in a nightmare world of accidental murder, predatory female parishioners, aggressive policemen, and a drunken bishop. Oh my God. This is anything but the peace and quiet that poor Reverend Francis wanted. Oh my gosh. As the vicar's life spirals out of control, it is his snooty, uppity cat Maurice and bone-obsessed hound Bouncer who saved the day. 6 books in that series. I'm totally going to check that one out. That sounded like it would be something I would really, really enjoy. And I love when there's like really quirky side characters and things. And it's one of the things that I love most in cozy mysteries. So I'll definitely be giving that one a whirl. All right, guys, so there were no I's, J's, K's, or L's, but I will say I know that I researched, I think, 3 or 4 different sites to kind of compile my lists, and Amazon and different places, but it's very, very possible that I missed something. So if you know of an author that has a series that's in any of my spotlights that I missed, please feel free to add it to the comments below. I encourage you to add it to the comments below. But for right now, we're jumping straight into the M's. And the first series, the Maggie Hope Mystery Series, is by Susan Aaliyah McNeil. The main character is Maggie Hope. She's a typist. She's an American in London in the 1940s. The first book is called Mr. Churchill's Secretary. It's right here. It says London, 1940s. Maggie Hope graduated at the top of her class and possesses the skills of the finest minds in British intelligence, but her gender qualifies her only to be the newest typist at number 10 Downing Street. I know it's the 1940s. I get it. It's the 1940s, but okay, I'm better now. Her spirit and remarkable gifts for code breaking, though, rival those of the highest men in government. Yes, Maggie. And Maggie finds that working for the Prime Minister affords her a level of clearance she never could have imagined. All right. Entangled in a web of spies, murder, and intrigue, Maggie must work quickly to balance her duty to king and country. Ooh. And enhance her chances for her own survival. 10 books in that series. Oh my gosh, that's another one that's going straight onto my TBR. That sounds really, really intriguing. They used a word that I love and that describes what they just wrote there. Oh, that sounds like a good one. So the next series is the Last Ditch Mystery Series. It's by Katrina McPherson. I hope I'm saying that name right. If I'm not and you know how to say it correctly, let me know in the comments below. The first book in this series is called Scot Free. It'll be right here. The main character is Lexi Campbell. She is a marriage counselor in Scotland. It's the 4th of July in California, and Lexi Campbell is headed home to Scotland. But first, she must deliver her final dose of marriage guidance to the elderly Bambaros. They don't turn up for the session, but the cops do. Oh no. Turns out Mr. Bambaro is in the morgue, and Mrs. Bambaro is in jail, arrested for his murder. Oh my gosh. Certain of the old lady's innocence, Lexi decides to stay and clear her name. But after her own recent whirlwind divorce, she's got no money and no place to stay. So she checks into the Last Ditch Motel. As the plucky little band of motel guests start to take over Lexi's life and the shady Bambaro relations come to town, one thing is for sure, the fireworks have only just begun. 3 books in that series and I am in. That just sounds like something I would really love. All right, we're doing another hop. We're skipping over the N's and the O's. Again, there were no authors with British cozies, and if I missed them, please let me know. But for right now, we're jumping straight into the P's, and the first one is the Milliner Series. It is by Kate Parker. The first book is called The Killing at Kildare House. It'll be right here. The main character is Emily Gates. She's a milliner in London who robs clients who refuse to pay for their hats. This series takes place in the early 1900s. I'm already in. That's just... It says, the synopsis says, a dying man, the painting within her reach. What's a thief to do? I don't know what's a thief to do. In 1905, talented London milliner Emily Gates creates amazing hats for society ladies. But to collect from those who don't pay her bill, she breaks into their homes. Oh my gosh. Emily, wow. All right. She needs every penny to send her deaf brother to school. Okay, I get it, Emily. Now I get it. All right. Late one night, she sneaks in to find Lord Kildare badly injured in his study. Unwilling to abandon him, she calls for help. When Kildare dies without revealing who attacked him, his widow agrees to keep Emily's secret, if Emily will help find her husband's killer. A bigger danger is the Scotland Yard inspector who threatens to arrest Emily unless she spies on her father's family of swindlers and conmen. Worst of all are the attacks from an unknown assailant. What will Emily face first, jail or death? Oh my gosh. Right now, and I haven't read it, but there is only one book in this series, but it started in 2018, so hopefully in 2021 we'll get a second book. I'm definitely looking into that one. So the next series is the Amelia Peabody series. Guys, this is one of my absolute favorites. I've read every book in it. I love, love, love it. It was actually when I first tried to make a list of my favorite all-time cozies to make that video. This was on there, but because it was so embarrassingly long, and I mean embarrassing long, I'm not even going to ever reveal probably how long it was, because it was basically like every cozy mystery I read apparently was my all-time favorite, which might in some way be true. But this series is absolutely fabulous. By Elizabeth Peters. The first book is called Crocodile on the Sand Dunes. It'll be right here. So Amelia Peabody is an Egyptologist, and I'm just going to read the little bitty blurb because I think this completely sums it up. It says, if Indiana Jones were female, a wife, and a mother who lived in Victoria times, he would be Amelia Peabody Emerson. There you go. That's all you need to know about that series, because that just summed it up so, so well. There are 20 books in that series. I can't recommend it enough. So the next series and the last series. So guys, I'm so glad you stuck it out with me to the very end. I love all of you. Oh, gosh, I really, really appreciate you guys watching these videos because I am having so much fun making them. All right, back to the last series. It is the Lois Mead series. It's by Ann Purser. The main character is Lois Mead. She's a cleaning lady in an English village. The first book is called Murder on Monday. It'll be right here. It says, a devoted wife and mother of three, Lois Mead cleans houses in a quaint little village. When a local spinster is murdered, Lois finds herself poking around her clients' houses for clues. But her quest for the killer will uncover some surprising secrets about this seemingly peaceful village and put her family in mortal danger. Lois, what did you find? Oh my gosh. I don't know how many books are in this series. I'm sorry, I did not write it down. We are to the end of our video. We got through a lot of letters today. So we went from F through P. So we'll be starting with Q, and if there's no Q's, then we'll jump straight into the R's. And until next time, I hope all your future reads are 5 stars. Bye, everyone.